Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome back to the Nation Network. Mean Scheme here, and we are ready for the Saturday morning superstars of wrestling. SD Jones heading down the aisle right now to go one-on-one with a man we recently met here in Adrian Adonis, the adorable one, Adrian Adonis. Yeah, you got to make sure you get that right, Gene. Adorable Adrian Adonis. SD seems like he is ready to go, ready for action. We have seen some big victories out of this man over the past several months here on Saturday mornings. Will he add another one? It'll have to be a big one. He's going up against a big man. Yeah, when they don't come much bigger than Adrian Adonis, get a look at this.
And his opponent, accompanied by the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart from New York, New York. Weighing in at 298 pounds, adorable Adrian Adonis.
Adorable Adrian Adonis, indeed. Jimmy Hart really finding a way to bring some of the most colorful individuals I've ever seen here into the World Wrestling Federation. Well, colorful is definitely one word to describe him. You can already hear the mouth of the South. And look at this. Oh, wasted no time. He's not even waiting for the bell. And Adrian Adonis, are you kidding me? Well, he's taking the fight to SD Jones, and he's not wasting any time in doing it. Fans, we've got one heck of a program coming up for you here today. Our main event will be in a tag team match, non-title match, as Demolition goes up against other members of Jimmy Hart's clan, the Hart Foundation. The Hitman Bret Hart, Jimmy Evil Neidhart. Nice move right there by SD Jones to take control. You saw the distraction by Jimmy Hart. SD Jones looked like he was falling for the trap, but he's been there enough in the past. He's seen it before, and he was ready for it. Well, talking about ready for it, that big right hand by adorable Adrian Adonis has busted open the head of SD Jones, and he's in trouble right now. There's another big right hand drops him. Adonis now going for the cover, using the ropes for added leverage. Are you kidding me? Oh, and he almost got away with it. That infernal microphone squawking from ringside with the mouth of the South, that little pipsqueak, Jimmy Hart. And now look at this, Adonis choking him out right here in the middle of the ring. Fans not too happy with what they're seeing thus far. We're going to be also hearing from the one and only Hot Rod, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Piper's Pit, coming up later on today. Well, I understand he is going to once and for all give us the down low on what's been going on between him and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Indeed, a falling out has clearly taken place between those two men. Adonis now has, oh, he couldn't hold on, and now look at this nice reversal. SD Jones drops him on the back of his head. But Adonis answering the call once again. Look at this. SD out to the apron now, an adorable one. Snap mirrors him back into the ring. Running neck breaker, that might be all she wrote. Look at this, man. Adonis really doing a number on SD Joe. Oh, look at that. Yeah, well, he's got some words for the ringside fans here as well. He's not satisfied with what's happening inside the ring. He's going to worry about what's happening outside the ring as well. From behind, Adonis looked like he might be going. We've seen him use that sleeper hold. He also has Goodnight Irene, which if he drops that on you, look at SB, he is hemorrhaging.
Yeah, that is about as bad an injury as I have seen, especially with SD.
Has him in the corner now, and Adonis right to the eye. SD Jones going to need some medical attention when this one is all said and done. Some stiff shots coming in there now. Adonis has it on him. And SD Jones is done. Good night, Irene.
Well, it was about what I expected and then some. Adrian Adonis, very impressive outing here against SD Jones, making short work of him.
And there it is right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's your winner, adorable Adrian Adonis.
Very impressive outing indeed. We're going to send you up to the control room, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back for more action in just a moment. Welcome back, wrestling fans, to Update News here on the Weekend Show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, it is time to start thinking about tomorrow. The next issue of One Nation, the wrestling magazine, will be dropping right here on the Nation Network, featuring the Four Horsemen of all things. There have been some going-ons in the world of professional wrestling. You can get caught up on it right here, including the complete results from Tuesday Night Titans. If you haven't already caught it, you can go check it out on Twitch right now. That said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very disturbing set of circumstances taking place here in the World Wrestling Federation regarding one Rowdy Roddy Piper. It is my understanding that he and Mr. Wonderful Orndorff are going to have a head-to-head battle inside that squared circle 1 week from today at Saturday night's main event. I, for one, am looking forward to that, and you can be sure that all that action will be covered in the next issue of One Nation. Right now, we're going to send you back to ringside. Indeed, One Nation magazine, the hottest selling wrestling magazine on the net.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Denton, Texas, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Tornado, Harry Von Erich.
Well, this is a co-featured tag team matchup as we take a look at the Texas Tornado. Kerry Von Erich heading into the ring. We haven't seen a lot of him as of late.
Well, no, Kerry's definitely been out there on the road with the WWF, but so far as these Saturday morning programs, you're right, it's been a little bit. Great to see him back in action. There'll be tag team matches tonight, and he's going to be teaming up with this man coming through the curtain right now, and they are going to have a very big challenge ahead of them.
All the crowd on their feet for that man.
Weighing in at 270 pounds, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, ladies and gentlemen. With that big 2x4 and Old Glory.
Old Glory in full display right here. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, a true patriot.
And here comes the opposition, and I don't like their chances. Look at this, Bobby the Brain Heenan
And their opponents, first accompanied
with
by
King
Bobby
Kong
Heenan
Bundy
from
heading
New
down the
Jersey,
aisle.
weighing in at
representing the Heenan family. Talk about a man mountain.
King Kong Bundy, since coming on the scene here in the World Wrestling Federation, has absolutely dominated. He has run roughshod through everything that's been put before him. No one's been able to beat him.
I don't even believe he's been taken off his feet as of yet.
When you're talking about over 400 pounds, it's going to be hard to get that man up off the floor. And it's going to be just as hard to get this man off the floor, another 400-pounder.
From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 356 pounds, Big John Studd.
Big John Studd heading down the aisle. Studd and Bundy, this is going to be, oh, look at this, over the top rope. Only one man I've ever seen do it that way before. We haven't seen him since WrestleMania, Andre the Giant.
Yeah, think about it. He's in the Heenan family as well. I mean, they want to put a six-man tag team match together. They're going to have one that no one's going to get past.
Bell sounds, action is underway, and oh, Bundy wasting no time at all as he goes right after the Texas Tornado.
Well, these two men are not strangers to one another. Both of them battled it out in the great state of Texas in the past.
Well, indeed, these gentlemen with a very rich background in the world of professional wrestling outside of the WWF, bringing their talents here to the grandest stage of them all. And Bundy attacking again, and look, oh my word, are you kidding me? What was that?
That was probably the most devastating chop I have ever seen.
Well, we knew it was going to be an uphill battle. And there's the tag made, and he allowed the tag to be made. The Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and look at Von Erich. He's out there on the floor right now trying to figure out what was the number of the bus that just hit me. Studd dropping the elbow and missing the target just barely. Oh, there's one that definitely connected.
Look at the size of Big John Studd compared to Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan is not a small man.
No, not even a little bit. Hacksaw Duggan is that 285 marker, and the former offensive lineman on World of Football, he definitely knows how to use that three-point stance when he needs to. Oh, and Von Erich just got wiped out. Look at this. It is an absolute manhandling going on. Oh, the knee. And now Bobby Heenan, what in the world?
Heenan just removed that top turnbuckle pad, exposing the steel ring. And Duggan just got driven right into it.
Grabbed him by the goozle and slammed him to the mat. Look at this. Big John Studd continues to hand out the punishment here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to tell you, these two men are manhandling two of the top talents here in the World Wrestling Federation. And now Duggan finally able to get some offense going here. Big hammers across the back. The forearm, and now there's a snapmare, takes him down. You see Duggan trying to clear the cobwebs if he can. And Heenan not real happy with the way things going at the moment. Oh, and look at that. Big John Studd driving him, and Duggan desperately making the tag out. I don't think Big John Studd realizes it yet.
No, he doesn't have any idea whatsoever. And now look at this. Von Erich gonna steal one.
Oh, and he just barely kicked out on two. That was close. Bobby Heenan would have been fit to be tied. That tag was made. The referee saw it. Every fan in this building saw it, but Big John Studd clearly did not. Studd has him by the throat. And look out. Von Erich caught him with that big right hand. Into the guardrail he goes. And now the referee's count continues to climb. Bobby the Brain Heenan not happy. Studd having trouble getting back up to his feet. He may not make the count. He's counted out. Can you believe this?
Holy cow.
It is an upset, ladies and gentlemen. It's a count-out victory for the Texas Tornado and Hexon Jim Duggan here on Saturday morning.
Well, they were dominated in this matchup, but then the action went out to the floor, and that right there, the big right hand, is what led to the problem. Big John Studd just could not beat the count back into the ring.
Here are your winners.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, just when you think you've seen it all. All right, we're going to head over to Piper's Pit.
You know, it's been a few weeks now, and I still have people coming up to me, man. I got people coming up to me saying, hey, Roddy Piper, what is your problem? And I gotta tell them, I don't have a problem. Now, maybe just a little one. You see, Blunderful, you cost me the biggest match of my career at WrestleMania. I didn't have my shoulders put on the canvas. You couldn't hold up your end of the bargain, pal. So now I gotta take something from you. I am gonna take the television championship, and it's gonna be all mine. And then you can go and sail off into the sunset. Because when I come for you, you're not gonna know what happened. You're not gonna see it. And you're gonna find out exactly how rowdy I can get.
Superstar. It's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Snuka. The Iron Sheik. Hulk Hogan. And Big John Studd. And now you can fly them and flip them in the Sling 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling Superstars and New Wrestling Ring, each sold separately from LJN.
All right, fans, we are back, and holy cow, it took security to pull Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff off of Roddy Piper on the pit.
87 pounds, the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
And we take a look at Razor Ramon heading down the aisle. Newcomer here to the World Wrestling Federation, and he has really made a name for himself. He's a big son of a gun, isn't he?
No doubt about it, Gene. This man is standing over 6'9", close to 7 foot tall, just under 300 pounds. And man, oh man, can he move.
Well, Roddy Piper, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff will be continuing that battle indeed. At Saturday night's main event, 1 week's time, ladies and gentlemen. You won't want to miss that, I can assure you.
from Minnesota, weighing in at 235 pounds, Jim.
Jumping Jim Brunzell heading down the aisle. One half of the Killer Bees. Former tag team champions. As of late, we've seen a little bit more in the singles department from these two guys.
Well, I've talked to both of the Killer Bees, and the reason they've been going into the singles market a little bit more as of late is simply because I think it'll make them a better tag team. Work on your singles skills, hone those, and then translate that to the tag team division. They want to get those tag team titles back any way they can, and they know they've got to get through Demolition right now, and that is a tough task for anybody.
Indeed, the tag team champions will be featured later on tonight against the Hart Foundation, a top contender. Look at this nice reversal by one Razor Ramon. Has him up on the shoulders and just drives him into the canvas. That's a long way down, and you can see Brunzell is definitely favoring his back following that one.
Well, Razor Ramon is doing everything he's got to do. Native out of Miami, Florida, by way of Cuba is what I have heard.
If you listen to him, he'll tell you that he was close personal friends with Fidel Castro. And look at this. The Killer Bee. Oh, and there's a little return. Here's a belly to back suplex. Oh, he folded him in half.
Folded him up like an accordion, as they say, and you can see his entire spine just jackknife on impact.
The human body not meant to go through the things that professional wrestlers deal with on a regular basis. There's a big running power slam. Just as an example, and again, the back. The clear target here tonight. This crowd not really feeling all that much in support of the actions of Razor Ramon. Ramon has him up again. Oh, right to the eye.
Well, that's what we're talking about. Jim Brunzell realizing that in singles competition, he's going to have to change his game up a little bit. He's going to have to become tougher. He's going to have to become quicker, smarter. And yeah, you might have to thumb someone in the eye once in a while, and it's not like Razor Ramon won't do it.
What little we've seen from Mr. Ramon has been most impressive. No question about that. In a recent outing at the Boston Garden. Ramon victorious, and look out, there's the running bulldog. His opposition here tonight, a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, it is a great challenge. I mean, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell is a recognized name in this business, and he is known to be a tremendous wrestler. But right now, Razor Ramon is giving him everything he wants and then some.
Back body drop sends him into orbit with that one. You might have to get NASA involved to find out where he's at. Got to the midsection and now look out. Backed into the corner, Brunzell. Suddenly fired up perhaps. Ramon has him by the throat, up in the air. Oh, and that was devastating. Razor Ramon waiting on Brunzell. He calls this the Razor's Edge, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be all over. You can count to 50. He just drove him darn near through the mat.
Well, Razor Ramon comes out here on Saturday morning and shows the world why he is somebody that we're all going to have to pay attention to.
Indeed, you're going to have this man on the radar of many, many people here on the roster, including, I would say, the World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan. Look at this. Way up in the air. And he's, again, near 7 foot tall. That's a 7-foot power drop right on the back of your neck.
Here is your winner, the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
The bad guy with big results, ladies and gentlemen. Razor Ramon picking up a victory here on Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. We'll be back with more action in just a moment. Stay with us. Fans, now's your opportunity. Head over to the Nation Network, go to the Community tab, and get the latest edition of One Nation, the wrestling magazine. All of the action recapped for you right here on a weekly basis. Find out what's happening in front of the cameras as well as what's happening behind the scenes. You'll be in the know if you have the One Nation Wrestling Magazine. All the information any great wrestling fan will want to have, and exclusively part of the Nation Network.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 456 pounds, and the Conquistadors.
The Conquistadors heading down the aisle, and they are going to have their hands full today.
Well, indeed, they're going to be going up against one of the most unbelievably exciting tag teams that I can imagine that we've recently seen come together. Tito Santana, Rick Martel, this is Strike Force.
Weight of 464 pounds. Tito Santana and Rick Martel.
Oh, the crowd loves these two guys, I'll tell you that right now. Listen to them. Bell sounds, action is underway, and now look at this. Conquistador going after Santana early and quickly. Oh, he caught him off the ropes with a shot to the head, and Santana down. Santana, the former Intercontinental Champion. And now unloading on the Conquistador.
Yeah, I think the Conquistador is going to find out the hard way. You don't want to play with Tito Santana.
Tag made, here comes the double team. Martel now standing over Conquistador number 1. Going to work on the head and neck area. Hard to tell if it's Conquistador number 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm still pretty sure that number 2 is the one who's just slightly larger. But again, to your point, unless they're standing side by side, it can be hard to tell.
Well, we think back to WrestleMania and what happened with the Killer Bees and how they managed to take those World Tag Team titles away using the masked confusion. Well, these gentlemen are always in a sense of masked confusion. Martel taking a swipe out of there on the floor, and probably a wise move to stay inside the squared circle. We saw what happened to Big John Studd earlier tonight. There's the tag made again. Strike Force looking really good here this week on Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. And Santana, what a move right there by Tito.
Tremendous arm drag, and right there, that Latin flair on it.
The native of Tacula, Mexico, and Tito Santana backing him right in front of his tag team partner and unloading with a series of right hands. Santana going to town. Drives a knee into the Conquistador here in the corner, and this is going from bad to worse if you're wearing a mask right now tonight. Irish whip reversal. Santana got caught, needed a midsection, and a roundhouse kick. Look at Santana. Oh, he's not going to let him make the tag. No, he's not.
Santana showing exactly why he was the former Intercontinental Champion. But a lot of people might not realize that Santana's a former tag team champion as well.
Indeed, many years ago, with one Ivan Putski, the two of these gentlemen held the World Tag Team Championship. So it is not new ground for Santana whatsoever. And if Rick Martel were going to choose a better partner here in the World Wrestling Federation, I don't know who it would be. And look at Martel now choking out the Conquistador.
Not normally the type of stuff you'd see out of Rick Martel, but at the same time, these are those things you've got to figure out. You know, these Conquistadors, we've seen them definitely do some low-down, dirty tactics. Strike Force has done their homework, and they realize, hey, listen, we can be there afterwards, or we can get ahead of this thing.
And Martel unloading on him. Look at this. The punishment being done. How much more can he take? Oh, there's a shot to the midsection. Ties up with him, and now Martel is up and slammed down to the mat. And the Conquistador is going to make the tag. Martel. Oh, and it's not any better for Conquistador number 2 than it was for number 1. Martel missed the mark. Oh, he was going for the big splash.
Conquistador got himself just out of trouble in time because, boy, oh boy, Martel with that slingshot body launcher. If he lands it, it's over.
Tag made to Tito Santana now. And Santana. Drop down, nicely done. Oh, look out, caught. Right to the back of the head. Oh, Santana was ready. And now he's calling for it. He wants that forearm.
He was too close to the ropes on that one. I don't think Santana had the room to get that one off.
Santana wants him up again. Look at the roll up. He's got him. Shoulders are down. It'll be an upset and all. Conquistadors are hanging in there, and I got to tell you, they're fortunate to be at this point in the match. Tag made and back into the ring is Conquistador number 1. Went for the crossbody, and it comes up short. Santana.
Conquistadors doing the right thing right now as they are trying to keep the fresh man in the ring.
Shoulders down, and now look at the Conquistador on top. Top mount, raining down the fists of fury. And Tito Santana's in trouble. There's a count of 1 and a kick out. And Santana again. Oh, he caught him. The flying forearm connecting that time.
Save had to be made by Conquistador. I'm losing track now, but I think it's number 2 making the save.
Tag made, and here comes Rick Martel, the double team by Strike Force, sending him to the ropes. Back out front, double elbow. Martel going after the leg, kicked out. Here's a shot right to the head, and now Martel with a monkey flip. No, reverse that as well.
Well, the Conquistadors, let's say something about them right now. They have been a tag team for a little while now. They came to us from Mexico. Guadalajara is what I was told.
Oh, there's a pile driver dropping him on the back of his head. That's going to be all she wrote. Martel getting the victory for Strike Force right here, ladies and gentlemen. What a matchup. Let's take a look at the action on the replay once again. Double back body drop right there. Here's another big double team by Strikeforce, who looked really good here tonight.
The tag team division here in the World Wrestling Federation is second to none. There's the flying forearm by Santana. That would have been the match.
Well, indeed, the save had to be made, but then Martel followed up with that pile driver, and there's no saving you from that one.
Tito Santana and Rick Marceau.
Santana and Martel are indeed victorious here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more right after these words. Fans, now's your opportunity. Head over to the Nation Network, go to the Community tab, and get the latest edition of One Nation, the wrestling magazine. All of the action recapped for you right here on a weekly basis. Find out what's happening in front of the cameras as well as what's happening behind the scenes. You'll be in the know if you have the One Nation Wrestling Magazine. All the information any great wrestling fan will want to have, and exclusively part of the Nation Network.
How can I get muscles like you guys? Wow, Mr. Wonderful!
You can start by getting in shape with a Hulkamania workout set.
Great!
It's got everything you need. Head and wristband, a jump rope for warming up, a hand gripper for power, dumbbells for strength, an exercise poster, and even Hulk's own workout tape.
The Hulkamania workout set. You from LJN.
Are you in shape yet?
Yeah!
Oh!
Fans, we've seen a lot of things happen here in the DWL in the past, but nothing quite like this. The DWL's had some trouble filling these seats. Rooster seems to be having a problem deciding where his loyalties lie. It may be time for some new blood here in the women's division. Crystal's gone through everybody twice.
Hey, I hear you, all right? We're working it out.
You've been working it out for 8 months.
Look, cowboy, I'm not here to make you happy.
You want to walk? Walk. Ain't nobody chained to this place.
You said we were going to build the women's roster. I've proven where my loyalties lie. Don't make me regret it.
You know you've always got a home in the FWD.
I'm here to keep your ass out of bankruptcy.
We can get here by turning on one another. This ain't just another league. You know, there are these 3 words that you seem to forget. Breach of contract.
I'm gone for a little while and this whole place goes to shit?
Fans, when you pick up tomorrow's edition of One Nation Network, you're going to find all the information to find out if you indeed would like to be a part of Duffy Angels and Heels Season 3. You can be a voice actor yourselves. Lend your support, lend your voice. There'll be a lot of information in the magazine on how you can be a part of Duffy Angels and Heels. Here's someone we haven't seen in a little while here in Tony Atlas, Mr. USA.
I think the last time we saw him was at WrestleMania, of course, as he's part of Sergeant Slaughter's Cobra Corps.
And his opponent from Cobb.
Oh my goodness, take a look at this.
At 50 pounds, the Boss Man.
This big boss man. correctional officer from Cobb County, Georgia. We've seen a bit out of him, and I'll tell you, he's as bad as they come.
Talk about abuse of power. This is the guy that is definitely the representation of that.
Big Boss Man. Referee finally removing that stick as he steps to the middle of the ring. And look at Tony Atlas. Perhaps a little trepidation, and now face to face these two men come. They tie up in the middle. And it's Atlas with a big forearm shot to the back, dropping the Boss Man to one knee. And the Boss Man putting Tony Atlas down with that headbutt. Nice move right there by Atlas to turn it into a DDT. Speaking of the DDT, of course, ladies and gentlemen, our current Intercontinental Champion, the master of the move. And there's another one. Jake the Snake Roberts. And as devastating it is when any of these guys drop you on your head, there's something different about it when Jake Roberts does it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. When Jake Roberts hits that DDT, you simply don't get back up. And you see these guys have managed to get back up and continue to fight. There's just something different about the way Roberts does it.
Well, they'll always tell you that the copy's never as good as the original. Went for the cover to Tony Atlas, not even a one count.
They also say the greatest form of sincerity is imitation. So from Jake Roberts' standpoint, maybe he should be flattered that so many guys have borrowed this move from his repertoire.
Well, again, I think if there were ever a scenario where Jake Roberts felt like, hey, we'll put yours against mine, I think Jake Roberts almost each and every time is going to come on top with that. Boss Man with the big boot, and Tony Atlas forced outside to the floor. Still to come, our main event, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a humdinger. The Tag Team Champions Demolition going up against the Hart Foundation of Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Well, don't forget, Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hart's going to be in that corner as well.
Indeed it is. The Boss Man just continuing right now to have his way with Tony Atlas.
Talking to the Boss Man earlier tonight about this match, he said he was looking forward to it. He said he'd feel right at home because Tony Atlas, he says, just reminds me of everyone I dealt with back inside Cobb County. I can't even get the word out. Correctional facility. I asked him what he meant about that. He says, he just reminds me.
Something tells me if we were to interview the inmates at Cobb County Correctional, we'll find out that the Boss Man probably overstepped his bounds on more than one occasion. Nice reversal, and now Atlas has the Boss Man up and ties him up in the corner. Smart move right there by the Mr. USA, and choking him out. And the Boss Man, this time he just busted him open.
Atlas jumping back up after getting dropped with a DDT that indeed has lacerated him. He is hemorrhaging.
Another one. Again, if it were Jake Roberts, one would be done. Boss Man has him up. Oh, what a spine buster. The Boss Man is ready to put away Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, and I'll tell you what, he's making this look way too easy. Oh, and another tremendous slam. And there it is. The Boss Man slam, hard times. We go back to the replay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this was not an easy night at the office at all for Tony Atlas.
Nobody also knew it wasn't going to be.
The boss man lays him out. Big victory indeed for that man. We'll be back with our main event next. Stay with us.
I love new WWF figures with real wrestling action. Jake the Snake Roberts versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Yeah. DiBiase lands a $1 million punch. Match Hulk Hogan against the Macho King Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah, my almost master finish Hogan guaranteed.
Hogan slams him again. Match Andre the Giant against the Ultimate Warrior. Andre will squash the Ultimate Maniac. WWF figures so close to the real thing, it's like being in the ring.
All right, wrestling fans, we are back, and here is our main event.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 516 pounds, Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, the Hart Foundation.
The Hart Foundation is here, along with the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and did I happen to see?
Not that big a surprise, is it?
Dangerous Danny Davis also ringside. And we have seen him get involved in a match or two. But here come your tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen. Axe and Smash the Demolition.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 542 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Axe and Smash Demolition.
What an ominous pair these two gentlemen are. Since coming on the scene here, they have dominated the tag team scene. Very quickly rose up the ranks and took the tag team titles. Bell sounds, action's underway. This is our main event here on Saturday morning Superstars of Wrestling. Jim the Anvil Neidhart dropping the elbow. Starting things off against Smash of Demolition. Irish whip reversal, nicely done. And now Smash, look at this. Oh, he just...
That was a smart move right there, because I was just about to say, I don't know if I would want to go into the Hart Foundation's corner the way Smash did, but he immediately took Jim Neidhart and drove him into his corner, and that's a smart move. Look at this.
Demolition doing a heck of a number on the Hart Foundation here right now. And dropping Jim the Anvil Neidhart up into the turnbuckle. Goes for the cover, gets a count of one. The Anvil fighting back, and there is a baseball bat in the ring. How in God, where did that come from?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it was either Danny Davis or Jimmy Hart, and it's hard to tell with the two of them out there which one it would be.
Danny Davis, to the best of my knowledge, does not have a manager's license. I am not sure why he is permitted to be at ringside. Even if he did, you don't need two managers. Pick one. Meantime, referee trying to maintain some sense of order here. Easier said than done. Smash now stomping away on the midsection of the Hitman Bret Hart. That double axe handle right to the lower back, and now the Hitman. The excellence of execution comes up with a quick clothesline. Nicely executed indeed. And there's Danny Davis. Give me a break. What in the world?
Again, these are the decisions that have been made here by the powers that be in the World Wrestling Federation, and I think President Jack Tunney needs to step in. I mean, he's already suspended Davis for life. And as a referee, as an official here, and yet he's still allowing this to take place.
The Hitman Bret Hart now has got Smash in his corner, and rather than make the tag, he tried to hand out some punishment, but Smash managing to shove the Hitman halfway across the ring. Had him up, and now Bret Hart fights his way out. Went for that clothesline again, and it was ducked out. And again, and look out, referee in the wrong place at the wrong time. He just got bowled over. There is no official, ladies and gentlemen.
Referee could not get out of the way of the freight train that was Smash as he came charging in with the Hitman Bret Hart, and right now, no referee.
And he just now gets back up to his feet. What in the... Danny Davis, somebody better keep a close eye on him. Look at this outside the ring now. Bret the Hitman Hart just ran axe into the steel post. There's an atomic knee drop on the floor, and now the Hitman and Smash battling it out. Shot to the inner thigh. Oh no, pile driver on the floor. You've got to be kidding me.
That might be all she wrote for this one, and now the Hitman going after Axe as well.
This one looks like it might be another count out, but look out. Smash managing to get back in. Axe off the apron. Oh, the Hitman. He just paid the price right there.
Well, let's say this right now. The Hitman Bret Hart was doing really well for himself until the last moment.
Smash with a big slam, and down goes Bret Hart. Cover is there. Hook in the leg. Gets one, gets two. He got him. Demolition. Pulling out a big victory here, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow.
I've got to admit, I'm a little surprised, especially the way things were going at that moment in time. But look at Demolition as they dominated this match at the end. There's the referee getting crushed.
Indeed, I can't believe he was able to get back and continue the match. He was knocked for a loop, the official was. Look at this pile driver right there on the concrete floor. That panning is not going to help you.
No, not against the pile driver. It's not going to have any effect whatsoever.
Here are your winners, Axe and Smash Demolition.
Fans, we want to thank you for joining us here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. We will see you next time. Until then, so long, everyone.